Watch out once you get past the palisades. The Stranger route is apparently hostile to life, as the scholars say. Wait a moment. Oh, Birth, eat my soul. You're the envoy. Sorry, didn't mean to be so informal. They said the Emperor sent one of his best and brightest, and Aethys knows we need the help.
Your reputation precedes you.
I hope your voyage here was smooth as good butter. I know maybe too much about rough seas, what with serving in the galleys. If you're going to be sick, might I recommend that patch of grass downwind? Sorry for the glib tongue. I've tried to be more proper before. Didn't work. I'm no good at niceties, including abiding by most rules. The law and I aren't exactly the best of friends, no. Although, I think that's Adia's problem. I was mostly just stealing food. If you're born to the wrong social class, Adia makes climbing the ranks rather difficult. Anyway, that's all in the past. Learned? No, absolutely not. What I've learned is you can either obey the rules or die. I got caught for my many small, petty crimes and spent about 6 years on the prison galleys. Then, a year ago, an Adiran official came to the jails and told us we could serve the Empire for a shortened sentence or rot. You can guess which I chose. Seems reasonable to me, too. If I get lucky, I might even die out here. All in all, it's a pretty sweet deal. 3 square meals, bed of my own, maybe even a chance to retire as a clerk. Wouldn't mind being bored stupid for a few years. Better than the alternative. But first, even more palisades. Listen, Envoy. I'm here to build defenses against the land. You want geography lessons? Go ask a cartographer. I do know a few things, though. So, ask. No, none. It's all untamed wilderness and feral heathens. I'm joking. Of course there are. There's Fjord, which is run by animancers. Thirdborn, where all the ruffians dwell. And Solus Keep, which has the Pargrunin, who don't like anybody. I mean, the Pargunan dwarves won't talk to anybody. They stay inside Solace Keep and just never come out. Ask them then. You're a nice distraction, envoy. Just take a look down the road, and you'll see the last palisades we tried to hold. And the ones before them. We're trying our best to keep the wilds at bay here, envoy. You tell me, envoy. You were the one out there. I heard stories of that bear. It's not the only one, though. The strangleroot is hungry. Every day, it gets closer. Every day, weirder creatures crawl out from its foliage. Be careful if you're headed out there. Anyway.
Really is tits. Someone was actually brazen enough to sneak into the camp for this. This.
People are angry. They can't see how much good we've done for everyone since we got here. They'll come around, though.
Yeah. I just hope Inquisitor Ludwig and the Steel Garrote don't see this and take matters into their own hands.
Agreed. Nobody deserves to die for this. And that's exactly what would happen to those bloody fools.
Outlander. Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself. I'm your death. Swift and subtle. Like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello.
Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
Hey, boss. If he's really sick, maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Shut up, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Boss, is that true?
What did I tell you, Pod? I do the talking.
Oh, could I watch you really do that? To track down a murderer by asking the dead who killed him? Oh, gods. What have I done? Wait, I haven't done anything yet. There's still time.
Nicely done.
I can't do this anymore. Thieving and killing, it's just not in my blood.
You ungrateful nitwit! Once I'm done with the Outlander, I'm coming after you.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway. Take your best shot. Good fighting.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. Gods be with you, envoy. This is the banner of Cad Nua, a fine castle in the Eastern Reach. Not so fine anymore, is it? According to legend, one of the gods destroyed it. Then the lord or lady returned from the dead, seeking vengeance. That's where the story gets interesting. Romance, sword fights, explosions, dragons. Strange tale if you ask me. Never did hear how it ended.
Welcome to Paradise, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The ambassador's expecting you. Well, she comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adiran embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adirans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now, right?
Envoy!
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? The space within emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage. A prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive. our beloved. They stole the bloom from your branch. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind. Yes, we would see them hurt too, writhing like a dying adder. We can give you this chance. We could send you back. Just this once. You think of us, with your own escape so near. We are moved and decided. We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison. You are ours. We tend to the sprout on the bough. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands. A voice? Tell me more. A vision of the beyond? And an ethereal manifestation? That's incredible. Your friend here carried you halfway across the city. Made quite the spectacle.
Probably not the grand imperial entrance he was aiming for. Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill. That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died. A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible. Sounds like the echo of a past life. I wish I could tell you more. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul. You've worked with one before. Good. You have an open mind. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job. Runeade's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk. Just head out of the gate to the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be perched up in the hills. Oh, but avoid the Watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up. Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone.
And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
Hey! I had a dream about you. In my dream, you were surrounded by light, but it was shining from inside. You weren't alone either. There were others. Some of them loved you, others were afraid of you, but they all followed you. Also, there was a tree that wasn't a tree? Oh, it made sense at the time. I can't remember anymore. It's a pity dreams aren't made to last. I'll pull through. Liviana's taking good care of me. If you need something for the pain, there's an apothecary by the bathhouse.
Any injuries I should know about? No?
Envoy, could I speak with you for a moment? Godlike. So, you're that godlike, the Adiran envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right? Well, the conversation went something like, "Did you hear an Adiran envoy was killed at the gate?" "What? Really?" "Yes, a godlike. He saved the ambassador from the strangle root." And so on. I'm sorry. That came out wrong. I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Adirans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand? Galarde. Loveled and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of adherents. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an adherent in the city. Now they're everywhere. Anyway, with all these adherents coming in, Loveled and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adherents in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adir.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink. Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adhiran envoy, for the hero who braved the strangle route, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Agrasima. Many thanks, envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them. There's a Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork. No. We had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes. Thank you, envoy. God bless you.
Tragedy. A recently arrived envoy from Adir was assassinated just inside the front gates. Killer is still at large. A captain from the Valian Trading Company seeks a criminal known as Trevik. Trevik and his crew are believed armed and deadly.
So close. But what's the point? It's useless without that Adra. Oh, you are a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us. I know we had one or two disappear lately. Gods took them back, I heard. Just another sign, I guess? You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness. Even the plants and the animals feel it. I would say welcome to the living lands, but things have gotten even stranger lately. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas. awakened Adra has already failed me. No, I have the misfortune of requiring luminous Adra for this experiment. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath. Which is impossible. Yes, I thought so too. But they offered a very sensible deal and swore they had a supplier. Certainly seemed honest to me. Friends must have lied. Or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it. Interesting that you think I'd name names while talking to the newly arrived envoy from Adir. But yes, Adelgund, often by the western gate, she knew some animancers, and she might know something. Hmm? Ah, yes, that's a great idea, and the one which you came up with completely on your own, if anyone asks. Really, though, any luminous Adra will do. I'm sure there's some out there, somewhere.
The hunters set that up as a...
Tempestuous Luandi Kachirai, huh? Watch yourself. Her aim is as sharp as her wit. Too many ways into that camp from what I've heard. You might want to consider trying to find one. A frontal assault would be mighty reckless. You could take on the ogre then. Reckon he's the most dangerous bounty we've got. Be careful. Oh, Octa. Now that's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive. You're a brave soul, Anna. Spiders are bad enough as is, let alone big mean bastards like Nasir.
You there. You look like you know your way around... hello. I heard what happened. I see why you'd want to protect yourself. Probably because I made them. Or most of them, anyway. I've already been paid for them. If Volter happens to stumble onto them later, what can I do? You mean enchanted? No. A shield does its job just fine. It doesn't need to be tinkered with. Talk to my sister if you're interested in that kind of thing. She's over there. At least I don't think she's blown herself up yet.
Back for more supplies. You wouldn't believe how my new friend eats. The local animancer, if you can believe it. Sapiento vouched for me. He wants to study my soul. Mainly, he just asks a lot of strange questions. Could be worse. Every day is different, that's for sure. But I like it. It's made me realize how dull my life was before. Anyway, I'm not sure what kind of favor I could owe you, but I owe you one. Thank you. So much to do. So much to do.
Step right up. I can tell you need more fire in your life. Or maybe more essence.
Please buy something. I'm trying to prove a point. My sister, the blacksmith, she doesn't think this will work out. I say she's wrong. Why keep a dagger under your pillow when you can use a ward stone instead? See? You understand? It's not cheating. It's being prepared. Of course not. I wouldn't sell you something I thought would kill you. That's not good for business. Oh dear, yes, that could have some unintended results. All right, that one's not for sale. What else can I interest you in?
You there! Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this?
You, what are you doing? This is a crime scene! That's evidence.
That's the Imperial envoy. Stay out of his way.
Oh, right. My mistake.
Envoy?
Ah, I've seen worse. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You know what you're doing.
Stand there. Come in. Baloroc's always open. Sit down. What do you want?
free to pass through the gate now. Stay out of trouble.
Surprised they'll let us walk out of here.
Well, this is the Sparrowhawks district. State your business. Go on. Remember? Thal's got his eye on you. I wouldn't get on an ogre's bad side.
Let's leave them alone. They look worried for someone. Smile and be yourself. Or maybe just smile. You break it, you buy it. Wonder who he crossed. Doesn't take much out here. Those are the papers the Adiran refugees are waiting for.
Best watch your step around here, envoy. This is my district. So, the puny godkin wishes to speak with the great Thala. You and your countrymen are not welcome in this district. My district. Is that clear? Not being welcome here doesn't mean you aren't tolerated. We're not fools enough to attack you or your kin unprovoked. I would be lying if I said I wasn't just waiting for the opportunity to crush you into the ground. One little slip in my district, Imperial Lapdog, and it'll be the last you ever make. So the little godkin has a spine. Good. Ripping it from your body will be a pleasure most exquisite. Now be gone. Thala tires of your yammering.
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
Not for us, you're not.
What's a man gotta do to get his needs met around here?
Huh. If you think we'll roll over after you steal from us.
That's exactly what I think.
Fine. Not you, too. I can handle them.
This girl thinks she's gonna keep us out of the bathhouse.
You might own half the district, but you don't own the mermaid's den.
We'll see about that.
You don't like it? Take it up with your second in command. He's the one who stole from us.
That's a load of...
I knew this was Jago's fault. This isn't over.
Sorry. This district used to be a nice place. The Sparrowhawks always got along fine with us, and then they, I better not talk about it. Juliana told us to be discreet. She's inside. If you want to help, she can give you the details. You'd better hope you can.
Whatever a man wins at cards, he's bound to lose it here.
You're the talk of the town, Envoy. Everyone wants to meet you. That depends. How do you feel about why you've been sent here? Keep an open mind. Not that you need me to tell you what to do. And she sent you to me. Smart girl. All right, since you're all business, we can skip the small talk. The short version is, I'm out of some supplies that should have been here days ago. I'd hunt them down myself, but I don't have a firm enough hand. I need someone with more authority. Someone, well, someone like you. Straight to the point. As a matter of fact, they have. The local strongmen, the Sparrowhawks, got a hold of the shipment. They must have thought it looked valuable. Unfortunately, they were right.
The Sparrowhawks used to be bullies. Now that Adair swept them into this neighborhood, they're bullies with a chip on their shoulder. Shipment or not, it's about time someone took them down a peg.
Aren't you amenable? My gentlemen usually have to pay me to tell them what to do. Go to the docks. Their lieutenant runs one of the warehouses there. He'll probably keep it close. I leave that up to you. Just don't mention I hired you. I have a reputation to maintain.
Deerins ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
I always thought they should move to High Market. Then they'd make enough to eat.
You died? But you're here? Gods, am I glad to see you? I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
wish that sawbones would hurry up. Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and my brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? Door collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot, but no place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. Gods, do you mean it? They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Envoy, is it really you? I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor? I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. That I had better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. Your instincts do you credit. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open. Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? Defend it, we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. I can tell you're skeptical, but remember that you're an outsider here, and a lot of Kith aren't exactly thrilled to see so many Adherents in their midst.
New weeds, a new beast in the tall grass. Predator or mate?
As you've seen firsthand, you could use some local help, especially if we really are after Paradisans.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing, the health of your soul is another. I'm sure that a scholar of your prestige is more than capable of self-diagnosis, but time is of the essence. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. You'll have tales aplenty, that's for certain. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
So, you're the one. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey. providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of Makul. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know. Just watch. This'll be good.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be? Hiding behind stone walls all your life.
You don't know anything about me, you Adiran Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Dukte Dragu Sakasakt Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway. I'm with you. Ready to crack some heads.
Stay out of it, Envoy. This isn't your problem. I haven't stomped an Imperial official since I left Adir. I guess it's about time I do another one.
Colburn had survived. Thanks, Marius. More blood to clean.
Come on, Makul. You know you love it.
Another glorious battle.
Well, that was something. Haven't been to bar fight in a while. Never really saw the point.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. Bloodstains, footprints, darts left behind. If we find anything at all, we can find your assassins. We'll figure this out, Makul. Don't you worry.
You saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
signs of a struggle. Looks like there's a vengeance.
Ugh, I've always hated spiders. Ow!
Hush now. Save your strength.
You say that like... I took it.
You think she'd have listened to the veterans?
Not the best time, envoy.
Looks like a piece of totem.
Worse than raw!
Get you!
A better weapon.
Worse than raw! than raw.
Okay?
Worse than raw. You lose then. Worse than raw.
Look up, Lon.
Worse than raw. Seek. Then raw. Beyond seek. Worse than raw.
Not looking good.
You lose then. Worse than raw. Beyond seek.
Looks like a piece of toast.
Quiet as the depths.
Isabsabi. Sabe.
Hold it, you.
Next one's mine.
Ice front. Bandits ahead.
No point in wasting bullets.
Never mind.
Not sure who lived here before. Looks like something you'd see in Emerald Stair.
Then raw. I'm coming for you.
Worse than raw. Worse than raw.
Onward, to your left.
Worse than raw.
not looking good. Worse than raw. Help! Worse than raw. Seek. Worse than raw. Then raw. Hit. Then raw. Right with you. Hit. Worse than raw. Worse than raw. Worse than raw. Worse than raw. You failed. Worse than raw. Worse than raw. Worse than raw. Watch the left. Worse than raw. Seek.
Been seeing a lot more bandits since the Dream Scourge has driven people out of the interior.
One moment.
You're gonna regret this! Then run! That it? Right behind you. Worse than wrong! Worse than wrong! Worse than wrong! Beyond seek. Worse than wrong. Seek. Worse than wrong. Isaksa!
Everyone okay?
Then raw!
Watch the left!
There's a shrine over there, to Woodaka, if I remember correctly.
If anyone can get away with looting a temple, it's a godlike.
Well met. Feel free to partake of Wodaka's favor. Well,
you had me at...
Pray, she never hears you. Wodaka, come to pay your respects at the shrine, envoy? Perhaps you're drawn to the totem. Oh, to show fealty to Wodaka is to show fealty to our homeland. Without the patron of justice and oaths, there is no Adir. A shrine in this state does not befit a god of her stature. But one of her totems still rests here. It must still be a sacred place. Not much, I'm afraid. All I can tell you is that it's very old. I suspect it was built for a different purpose before it became a shrine to Wodaka. If I could find one, I would. They're not easy to come by out here. Painstakingly. We don't have the right materials to rebuild the shrine, so we have to make do.
Nice work. It even smells better here.
I've asked for more supplies. Hopefully the Quartermaster won't be foolish enough to refuse. The Burned Queen deserves everything from us. The sky, and the land, and the heads of her enemies. The others betrayed her. They cast the Queen out. But it doesn't matter. She will prevail in the end. Fuck Margaret for burning her. Fuck Abidon for building the machines that powered Margaret's treachery. I have more patience for the two gods of death, Bereth and Rimagand. I merely tolerate Wal and Scan. And I'm profoundly uninterested in Aothis. Apologies. I suppose I have strong opinions on the gods, particularly those that cross the Burned Queen. I don't know. I've been wondering that since you approached me. Your features are unique. If you're fortunate, perhaps you'll be revealed as a godlike of the Burned Queen. A blessing indeed. Of course. Goodbye. Wait! You have an important mission, Envoy. Before you... I feel you should have it. Perhaps it will grant you the Burned Queen...
Bet that was part of something once.
And raw. And raw. See.
I think I sprained my shoulder. could turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be lost.
What's gotten into you? I've seen you enter an ogre's den
wasn't
with
me.
less reluctance.
But it was. How am I ever supposed to return to the farm? Be careful, godlike. Runid had... Oh, no. Oh, she told me such... I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So... What do I do, though? Look, I just want to go back home. To the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now? Knowing what I know. I keep telling myself that that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. I suppose you have a point. Thank you. I think... Oh, make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading. Why, it's tradition. Rooney doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this...
I don't accept payment for my advice either. You can just throw your coins at my feet.
What you do is your decision, but...
Step closer, godlike. If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Why have you come to me, godlike? Help? No. I can open your eyes, but you must learn to see. Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond. Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths. The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door, and the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on our bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices, echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the seed from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected. I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who? Of that, I am unsure. You might find that you suddenly have new abilities that manifest in battle, for instance. Or you may feel a spiritual connection to ancient places, like memories not your own. But that does not explain who pulled you from the grasp of death. Who would do such a thing? Perhaps. But when they offer a second chance at life, it is never free of charge. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface. I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse. Can a soul commune with itself? A fascinating idea. But I have no answer. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always sign their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind. Good luck in your next life. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor, but the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond. Ardra holds the path between this life and the next, a conduit for souls all around Aora. Through Ardra, a soul may find its way back to the wheel, to be born again. But the Ardra here, in the living lands, is different, insular. It connects only to itself. Twisting vines, essence warping into essence. Before we close, as you understand the word, yes, you fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight. For us.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that? It just sounded like a hot breeze to me.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here. Dawnshore is most people's first view of the living lands, and last brush with civilization. Look, Marius. you ever want to talk about anything, you know I'm here, right?
Right. Appreciate that, but I'm all right.
If you ever change your mind, the offer stands.
Okay, Amakul. I'll keep that in mind. You might... Your clothes and sapflower oil.
Hate to break it to you,